are listening to The Ed and Tom Show. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Ed, you may not know this about me, but sometimes I guess I can become an actor.
Nothing's showing up on the Google.
Fuck, we still gotta spin the fucking wheel.
Don't pester me right now. This is why you're a fucking asshole.
Drugs, alcohol, and domestic violence.
Stress is bad. Goddamn cancer cans.
The Ed and Tom Show. That's right. The Ed and Tom Show, episode 27. We are the show about everything, but ultimately about not a damn thing.
Nothing.
I'm Tommy T.
I'm Eddie Rock.
And we the Ed and Tom Show.
Here we are live. Like you said, 27.
In the G-spot.
Numbers have been really special to me lately.
Numbers.
And I'll tell you why. We mentioned this last week. One of our listeners is counting down the days till he can come home. You know, our Asian correspondent, Brent Takanawa.
Let my people go.
Our UFC correspondent.
Yes.
Our NFL correspondent. Mm-hmm. Our Major League Baseball correspondent. Mm-hmm. Our man in the field.
Yes.
Is coming home.
He hasn't reported about a fucking thing lately.
It's the off season.
He's going to get his ass beat.
Even Brent has to have an off season.
UFC is in full swing.
Well,
full swing.
But every day he has still been counting down with images of the Seahawks, to which you then put out an image of a 49er.
Yeah.
And that battle, that on Twitter, to see that has been so magical. It's been the highlight of my days. So I just wanted you guys to know that is great and you need to keep it going.
My favorite was 21.
Frank Gore
having that fucking long-ass run to seal the deal for the Niners beating the Seahawks at the game that we were at together with Brent Alexandria.
I think I've been told. The story goes I was there.
You were there. You may not remember a whole lot of it, but you was there. Brent remembers.
He remembers.
He was at the time, the best able to drive that day.
Yeah, he won. he got the short stick.
He was able to close one eye and not see blurry stuff.
All I can say is I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I just went to sleep in the car and shut the fuck up. So, hey, I didn't mean to derail us. Just wanted to give that shout out because it has been pretty cool, pretty special. So I know other people have been checking it out and digging it. So when you find it and you see it out there at the Ed and Tom Show on Twitter, give it a like. Let Brent know that you appreciate his hard work and his dedication, and fuck Tom.
What?
Well, because you have the 49er answer, so I'm making sure that people realize.
It is the answer.
It is an answer.
It is the answer.
There are stupid questions and stupid answers.
Niner Nation, sporting my Darth Vader Niner Nation, or Niner Empire shirt, excuse me.
What's the blood? Gold-blooded.
Gold-blooded.
I see this guy. Nation. I see this guy today wearing a gold-blooded T-shirt, red like that, gold-blooded, and I said, "Oh, that's disgusting. Wearing a goddamn 49er shirt." And he's like, "Is it really?" I was like, "Yeah, gold-blooded. It's a 49er shirt." He's like, "Dude, I never knew what this shirt was. I just thought it was kind of cool." He's a Patriots fan. I was like, "How can you consider yourself a football fan and not know that you are now wearing the slogan of another team that plays in the National Football League? You're not a fan."
Yeah.
He said he's a fan.
Of the Patriots.
Not
a Niners fan, so...
Probably a fan of the Patriots.
Not mine.
Since Tom Brady, as long as Tom Brady's been appealing.
Been a fan since Tom Brady's third Super Bowl win.
Since before Deflategate, son, all the way back.
So, we have to mention it.
What's that?
Today is the remembrance of D-Day. June 6, 1944, I believe.
No, 43.
43?
43 is when we went in. Oh, no, wait.
I thought it was 44. I can't remember.
Because remember, we got beat up in 42 was when we got in, and I'm pretty sure D-Day was 43. Don't you remember that game, 1943, back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
So we were already in the war at that point. And D-Day was when we did the invasion. So I'm pretty sure, but I'll double check while you talk.
I feel like a bad American for that. But today, know that a lot of good Americans lost their lives. There might have been some bad ones too, but either way, a lot of good Americans lost their lives on those beaches so many years ago. But the aftermath, we kicked some fucking ass.
You were right. I'm sorry, D-Day, June 6, 1944. You were right. So was it 40? 42 was when Pearl Harbor happened, right? Or was it in 43?
43.
Pearl Harbor happened in 43?
Mm-hmm.
So World War II kicked off then.
For us. Pearl Harbor kicked it off for us then.
But that was in 43?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought... Anyway.
December.
Yeah.
So then June, 6 months later, basically, we're on Normandy.
It just doesn't seem right to me. It probably is right. But anyways, Kate's dad, all lies... December 1941. Okay, 40. So that's why I said there was a year there that's not making sense to me. 41, December of 41, we get fucking bombed in Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm. 3 years later then.
And it wasn't until 41, 42, 43, 44 that we invaded. It took us that long before we got our shit together and got over there?
Yeah, because we had to get our...
Because it was over in 46.
Yeah, and that's when we started dropping bombs.
We dropped 2.
Yeah.
Significant ones.
Fat man and little boy.
Yep. Okay, so Kate's grandfather, this is what I was trying to say earlier when I was being a fucking retard. Kate's grandfather was part of the forces that stormed the beaches in Normandy.
Really?
And he was actually a survivor. Wouldn't talk about it. Very, very closed mouth. I didn't know him until he was later on in life. He was probably in his 70s. Paralyzed, in a wheelchair, had Parkinson's disease, so there wasn't a whole lot of getting information out of him.
Yeah.
And Kate had talked to him a couple times earlier in school about it, and he just refused to talk about it. So kind of a cool piece of history that she's related to that's part of her that she just isn't going to be able to know other than he was there, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, just if the movies are half right or even half exaggerating, it was not a good time.
Or if, yeah, by all means, or if Robot Chicken got it right. Because I don't know if you saw the Robot Chicken where Saving Private Ryan stormed the beaches and fucking Gumby got split in half. And he's all fucking walking around. And there was one of the G.I. Joe guys was carrying his own arm and he's like fucking... just walking in circles. Not to make light of such an important day, but
no,
it's there. We remember it, and we have to remember that we're moving forward because of it. And so we thank all those that died, and we do remember. But if I gotta laugh about some things,
yeah, But ultimately, we fucking kicked ass in that war, so they can all eat dicks for breakfast.
What do you think when you go to? You've been to Pearl Harbor
a few times.
You've been out to the USS Arizona.
Very, very somber, very humbling.
What does it mean to you when you see Japanese tourists out there?
At first, I didn't think anything of it until you see and you're forced to watch all these videos and stuff like that. Good God, dog! What the fuck are you doing, man?
That dog's this killer, man. She sneaks up on people.
She'll fucking kill anything.
She kills everything.
Kills a mood.
No, that's a bad motherfucker, man. Anyways, we'll come back to that.
But, I don't think anything of it. I mean, don't really give a shit. And then you see all these videos, and then you look around, and it's like almost every tour guide or somebody who works there is Japanese or of Asian descent, and it's like, these motherfuckers. They're like, look what I did. Look what my people did.
Right.
They're like, really?
Obviously, I don't know that they do tours.
One of them, I held the door for one of them, and they say, thank you. And I'm like, too soon, motherfucker. Thank you. Thank you,
battleship. It is weird because I the same thing. Like, so you walk through and you see kind of how America was. The way it's set up, they have a little museum you walk through, and you kind of see how America was going and kind of where the world was at the time of World War II and how everything was set up. And then you kind of, the other half of that room, you see where Japan was. Mm-hmm. And it was very interesting how similar our two... oh, shit. we got a special visitor in the studio.
Oh, yeah, we got a special guest.
We're going to circle back to World War II because, Tom, you may not know, but as our special guest gets set up here.
Kate
Kardashian. She has had some unique experiences over the past week that she has agreed to come on the show and talk about.
Okay.
Something special. Special. So as she gets set up there, there she is. She's got the headphones. Go ahead and pull that mic close to you. Remember, just talk right into the front of it. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Ooh.
Nice. Sounds good. How you doing?
She's got a radio voice.
For the record, will you say your name?
Katie.
Katie.
Marie.
I would say Kate the Hate. Kate the Hate. And that's how the folks here know you, as the woman responsible for coming and blowing me and Tom right up in our spot as we're trying to do a little, we're trying to talk a little shit, trying to have a little fun, and you got to come up in here and make this shit all serious and personal.
That's life.
But we don't talk about you very often in here.
This is weird. I can't see Tom.
Oh, you guys can't see each other.
Oh,
Huh?
shit.
It's because you're hidden.
If I move, I pull the cable out.
That's okay.
It's honestly.
I can hear you, Katie.
Okay.
Honestly, it's probably best. He has a face made for.
I have
radio.
a fucking radio. I have a podcast face.
You do. So Kate, this last week you have undergone some changes in your life, and you said you were willing to come on here and talk about that. So, can you just tell us a little bit of what took place this weekend?
It's interesting that you say that I was willing to come and talk about it. It's more like you strong-armed me to come talk about it.
I'm over here just talking to Tom, minding our own business, right? Doing our thing that we do every fucking week, right?
And we were so rudely interrupted.
You come storming in here, fucking busting in the door.
Did you hear me? I was like, fucking give me the mic.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She comes storming in here, fucking changing things around, making demands. Everything had to be in all white. Right? So that's why she couldn't be on the screen, because we're like, well, black's kind of our thing. She's like, it has to be all white. So we had to build an all white corner for her to sit in. Oh, fucking pretty princess over here.
Yep.
So anyways, Catherine, this weekend you went on an adventure, and please tell us about that adventure.
I have a coworker. Mm-hmm. Well, I have several coworkers, but one coworker in particular.
Riveting.
Yes, I know. Talked me into getting sugared.
Well, that sounds.
Pour some sugar on me. Is anything like that?
Is this just like?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, you go downtown into the fucking sugar mill and you just start snacking on sugar cane. You guys go get naked and slap each other with bamboo sticks and splash sugar on each other. What the fuck is a sugaring?
Well, sugar is a form of hair removal.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Shit just got serious.
It's actually like centuries old. Actually, centuries. That's kind of tough to say together when you're on a microphone.
Actually, century.
It's so much easier when you're not on a microphone.
Actually, century. That is hard.
That is hard.
Actually, century. That's a lot of entry, century.
Listen to you two assholes getting along.
This is not a new thing here.
If me and Tom had a podcast, it would totally be like sweaty balls. Like we would just be like all calm and be like, oh my God.
You cannot resist my sweaty balls.
So speaking of sweaty balls, you went to see some hippie lady.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's pretty laid back, pretty open to the universe. You know, she's into oils and crystals and salt lamps and herbal and spray vitamins, you know, stuff like that.
So she's open to the universe, and your legs were open to her.
That is correct.
Wow.
So you guys, I imagine, you went with your coworkers?
I did. The very first time I went was with Tanika, and Saturday was my second session.
Why'd you go twice?
Okay. Well, thanks for calling me out.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know the story. I'm just interviewing.
Of course you don't.
This is just a blind interview.
She
Right.
loved it so much she had to get sugared twice.
Is that what it is? It's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
The first time I went, I was supposed to get the full Brazilian, which is front to back
That
pussy to crack.
There you go, front to back, pussy to crack.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was so extremely painful that I couldn't handle it. So she only did the bikini wax.
So just around the outside.
Yeah, just like Eminem, just around the outside.
Around the outside, around the outside. Dude,
Yeah.
trailer pack. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, so between you and some of my friends and coworkers, I basically got, fucking called out for being a big fucking pussy and got conjured into going for the second appointment where this was Saturday.
Okay.
And I did the full Monty. I did front, back, pussy to crack.
And how was that?
Well, as I told you, it was on a scale of 1 to 10. In some areas, it was about a 12.
Whoa!
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good old time.
I will say, at the first appointment, she told me that the areas that she did on the bikini wax, when I came back, it wouldn't be as painful in those areas. And she was correct. Like, I could actually have conversation with her while she was doing just the bikini area.
How awkward is that to talk when somebody's sugaring your nether regions?
Well, I think women are used to it, though, because of,
You're used to it.
But I think of all the gynecological...
Gynecological?
OBGYN?
Yeah.
Gynecological.
No.
Gynecological.
No, it's not. Gynecological?
Yeah, that's what you say. It's gynecological. All your gynecological appointments.
Chick doctor.
Yeah, it is.
Chick
We're going to have to
doctor.
Google that
Ah,
later.
fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Okay. Anyways.
I always want to argue.
That sounds like an enema.
Yeah.
Gynecological.
Right.
Colonic.
You fuckers.
So anywho, all I'm saying, I think women are more used to having to have conversation while somebody's down in your nether regions because of all the appointments that we have to go through, especially if you have children. And
as men, we wait sometimes 45 to 50 years before we go in and let a doctor stick his finger in our asshole. And by the time you guys are 12 or 13, there's somebody in there with a pair of pliers.
12 or 13 is pretty early. It's usually, I think the recommended age now is between 16 and 18.
Between 16 and 18 before they start cranking you open with a car jack.
Yep. I think it all depends when you're sexually active and stuff like that.
So at least you went into this room with the hippie lady that's open to the universe just one-on-one, and it was just you and her in there with a little bit of privacy and modesty. Right? No. How's that set up?
It would typically be like that, but this is in a very small...
like a strip mall?
Next to a supercut?
It's honestly not even a strip mall. It's in an older building.
Next to a rub and tug?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, honestly. Okay. It's a very small room. I think there's 2 people that work in there, and she rents one room, then somebody else rents the other room. And
Get
literally
yourself a payday loan and a Sugarbush.
Literally, there's just enough room, and that room is about half this size.
Okay, so it's just you and her in this
very
small
intimate.
room. It's just you and her in this small intimate room.
Is there music playing or candles or?
There's candles and her salt lamp and maybe some music. I don't really recall. But there's just enough room for a massage table and then a chair kind of like this.
She sits down when she does it?
No, in the corner. That's where your friend or coworker sits while you.
What? Wait a minute. So you didn't do this by yourself?
No, and honestly, the first time we went, we didn't really have a choice. It was just kind of forced upon us. But I mean, you know me, I'm a pretty open person. So bodies and parts and stuff don't really freak me out. But, me and Tanika, we've only known each other since, October.
Hold on. Tom, we've known each other for a minute. I don't know, a minute. Longer than you and Tanika.
Correct.
I've seen your cock a couple times. Whether we were showering in in combat or doing something, it's happened. Not one time have I ever been comfortable with it.
Nope.
Right? And sometimes I do generally try to molest you when there's people around, and you've never been comfortable with that.
Not once.
But Kate, the great, can go pull her huna her noonie out in front of the hippie lady so she can rub sugar all over it.
She's one with the universe.
Yet for months, I beg for a piece of ass and can get nothing.
You've met you, right?
But this fucking lady, this hippie lady, can throw down and get in your clam with your friend, with another chick in the room, Just with a bag of sugar.
Just for the record.
It's samesies rules.
Just for the record.
Yeah.
We've been married almost 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think we've ever gone months, like 3 or 4 months without having intercourse unless you're deployed. And this includes our like 2.5 years of separation, infidelity, getting divorced. So
Wow, we're playing Truth Hour now.
honest hour.
This shit got different. So the bit was that we brought you in here and made fun of your pussy getting scrubbed off, not for you to put me out.
So is that how it went? Was it like powdered sugar and she just fucking wham, and then like dusted it off and your hair came off,
Like
or was
where?
it like a mixture of like water and sugar and then like pasty and?
It looks very similar to wax/honey. So it's not as hard as maybe some of the waxes that they use to like do eyebrows and stuff like that. But it's definitely in like a little warmer pot, but it's not hot.
I got it. You know what we're gonna do? Do we have a candle up here? I say here's what we do.
We do.
I say we light a candle and we get a little bit of wax going, and we
I'm
pour
not okay with this.
and we pour it on Tom's forearm.
I'm not okay with this.
And we peel it off and see if it'll rip out
Dude,
the hair.
I was at Walmart earlier. I could have got the Sally Hansen microwavable shit.
Dude, would you let us wax a chunk of your arm next week on the show?
Maybe my leg.
A chunk of your leg?
Not just Tom.
Huh.
You too.
Well, no, Tom does the challenges. I do the songs, and then Tom does challenges, like the jalapeno and this. This would be another one of those challenges.
I don't have a say in this.
Huh? Yeah.
I've
You guys can't see each other.
actually waxed a lot of guys. Like when I lived with my parents, my brothers would come over and I'd fucking heat that shit up in the microwave and wax.
Would you be willing?
People.
Would you be willing? Would you be willing to wax a landing strip down the middle of Tom's, like from his belly button straight to the top of his cock? Just take off that strip and leave the bush on the side.
Sure would, as long as Sharizzle's okay with it.
Done and done.
No.
Next week, we're gonna get you a reverse landing strip.
My leg.
No,
like right here on my leg.
No, a reverse landing strip. You'll go fucking show. You just pull your underwear down to the top of your cock, and she's gonna go one strip.
What
right,
if I have to go to the doctor?
You'll look amazing.
Or like a fucking idiot.
Oh my God! Please, if you have to go to the doctor, just don't say anything. Just don't even address it. Just
Yeah, don't do anything to have to go to the doctor. Stupid.
You've met me, right?
All right, so you're in.
I don't know.
Yep, done.
No,
let him. You know what? Let him go home and talk to Cherie.
God. Oh.
Speaking of Cherie,
Oh, what'd
Sorry
you
about
do?
that. I did something silly. Hold on. Go ahead, Kate.
well, that's
My
annoying.
ears hurt.
I'm sorry. I got rid of it.
As you both know, I had dinner with the lovely Sharizzle tonight.
Oh,
Yay,
you're
my
nice.
lovely bride.
And
okay.
speaking of sugaring,
What?
she is committed to do it with me. So
Really?
Yeah.
So now you guys can go have a lesbian affair together.
no, we're not you and Tom.
Oh.
Damn it.
We are going to do something.
Hell yeah. When is this happening?
My next appointment's in July, but I told Cherie that I might need to check and see because that's when the Alexanders will be here. And if we have something planned, I'd rather do something with everybody than get sugared.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing. Let's see if we can get Cherie on the line here real quick.
Oh,
It
just
is
asked-
9 o'clock. She might be asleep.
Hopefully we'll be able to get hold of her.
is it 9 o'clock? It's past my bedtime.
Yeah. We started late tonight.
We might not be able to get hold of her, but
She never answers the phone anyway.
I'll get hold of her tomorrow. But we're going to make this happen. For the people, for the listeners, for you, for Callie, for everybody, we're going to get Tom's
I'm going to
dick
get
ripped off.
waxed. I'm going to get waxed.
All right.
Well, do you want me to explain the sugaring process?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah. I mean, this isn't gonna. Tom's waxing won't be nearly as bad as the sugaring process, but
Okay.
so basically, it's in a little pot.
Oh, wait, hold on. If you do any manscaping or trimming or anything, I do know that you need to give it like a week off. So don't do any trimming between now and next week. Just keep that in mind. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Because he's actively trimming his, what do you call that, happy landing strip or whatever?
Maybe his Happy Meal strip.
Happy meal strip.
That's what the kids call it. I mean, the girls call
The
it.
golden arches.
So
Yeah, I
I
know
like
you
to
guys.
call
I
it
know
my
you. I know
Big
you want me
Mac.
out of here. So let me just hurry up and finish.
no, people are gonna love this.
Yeah. So
That's what they tune in for.
she keeps it like at room temperature because I mean I know that you've probably never went and had your eyebrows waxed or anything like that, but sometimes they put that wax on, it's fucking like like sizzling, burning. So she doesn't do that. She keeps it at like a very like comfortable temperature.
Well, that's very kind of like when you go to the OB and they keep the KY warmed
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
I mean that's just
It's thoughtful.
it's a caring.
It is.
Okay.
Kind of like how I keep my aloe vera in the fridge.
Correct.
Disgusting.
Correct. No, a lot of people do that.
That's stupid.
You know, that's
it
what I-
fucking feels so good.
I keep Pepto-Bismol
So
in the
good.
fridge because when you go to drink it, it tastes much better cold than warm chalk.
That I can go with. The aloe vera that goes on your skin, fuck that and fuck you. I don't want anything cold on my skin.
Yeah, we know. You're a big pussy.
I am.
Big old vagina.
Right here.
So no wonder this show takes you guys 2 fucking hours because every time somebody starts a conversation, you cut them off and start talking about something else.
We enjoy
Somebody
ourselves.
getting called out?
We enjoy ourselves. We're just having a conversation.
High
That's what's fun.
five, Kate. Pow.
Pow.
But do you have some? Do you have to get there? The people say, "Why do you guys rush? Why do you have to get there?" Just
I'm
enjoy
never
it.
in a rush.
Let it breathe.
I'm never in a rush.
Let you breathe.
I am breathing.
All right. So tell the rest of your stupid story.
See? Anywho, so that's warming, and then she has this like white hard plastic stick that looks kind of like a tongue depressor.
Oh boy.
Okay, so she whips it around in this pot, gets a big old like, I'd say smaller than like maybe ping pong size ball of this goo, and she spreads it on your hair in the opposite growth. And then she calls it, it's a technique called flicking.
Okay.
Oh, God.
What does flicking consist of?
So once she rubs the sugar, honey, whatever stuff, in the opposite direction of your hair growth, she then takes this stick and flicks it off very quickly in repetition, like
DJ Diddles.
yeah, over and over again. So you like, it's extreme pain and you don't even have time to breathe before the next thing's coming because it's like that intense. Yeah. Wow.
So, and then questions then. The grundle right up underneath, right? Like if you're standing up, the part that's facing directly south. So not
Like the taint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
what was that area like? And what about the brown eye?
Yeah, so she went through like the history of it and how it's all made and what's gonna hurt worse and more and everything like that.
I'm just thinking about the
fucking-
shaft of Tom's cock getting tugged off.
No.
Okay.
There was no
Anywho.
shaft
Not the shaft,
involved.
right north of it.
Oh, it's like, hold on
So,
now.
so she did say that like the anal area is less sensitive than the like vaginal area, which
Right.
she was very correct. Like
This lady knows her vagina and anus.
yeah. So the backside was very quick and only a couple of like excruciating parts. That was good. That was not very hard at all. The part that hurts the worst is right down the middle, like the clitoris area, inside the lips. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Somebody flicking with a stick, just
Just for you or for anybody listening, your scrotal hairs. Just somebody kind of bat winging that thing out nice and taut, rubbing on some nice warm room temperature ooze.
look. It's an aerial map of Utah.
And then just start fucking yanking them tallywhacker hairs out.
No, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, like I don't really like a lot of pain when it comes to like the body. I mean, I have 2 tattoos and those were pretty excruciating for me.
One of them is about 2 inches, and the other one is a tramp stamp.
Yes.
Okay.
But I would really compare it to tattoo pain, just that because tattoos feel like
I can do tattoos all day.
But tattoos to me feel like being stung by a bee over and over and over again constantly.
I say when you come in next week and we start this show, the very first thing we do is we lay you down right here on top of the desk. I'll move a couple of these things, and we fucking play doctor. And Kate rips some of your dick hairs out.
I'm okay with the lower abdomen, not just straight up dick hair.
Well, no, like from the shaft up. Like a landing strip right there, just right through the mons pubis.
Honestly, you guys don't even need me. You could wax.
No. That's gay. That's gay.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we can't do that. That's silly.
So anyways, back to my coworker, because I know that's what you were wanting me to tell everybody, is yes, if I reached out my arm in full length, I could touch her. That's how close she was.
Where could you touch her?
Anywhere. She was just sitting in a chair.
Wow.
And
you could have been flicking her.
So when you walk into this room and it's your turn to go, you drop trow, so everything from the waist down. You get up on this like massage table, and she literally gives you a hand towel, like not a beach towel, not a bathing shower towel, legitimately a hand towel, and that is what you are to drape over your lower region.
Right.
So that's all you have on you. And when you're laying down, you have to touch your feet together so that your legs and your knees and everything make a diamond.
So you're sitting like if you were sitting on the floor.
Like this,
Oh, so you're like getting ready to stretch your groin.
Yeah,
yes.
You're doing the groin
But
stretch.
you're in that position up on the table so that she can like bend your legs down. And
Very vulnerable.
yeah. So the first time we went, my appointment was first, and Tanika was running late for traffic. And when Tanika got there, she had to knock on the door. The lady had to go let her in. So when Tanika walked into the room, I was
straight pussy.
straight, like, hey, I get to see you on Monday.
Now, are any of these details ever brought up around the lunch table or during
Water cooler,
or during reviews or?
So I heard.
Oh no, definitely like at our cubicles and like at the lunch table for sure. In fact, a couple people were asking how it went this weekend, and I basically told my whole office I now have porn pussy.
She got porn puss. Thank you for sharing this wonderful story with us.
You're welcome.
What would be your words of wisdom for Tom in his preparation for next week's appearance on the show?
Like you said, let it grow out.
Mm-hmm.
The more hair, the better to a certain to a certain extent, because the wax has to have something to grab a hold on.
Oh boy!
But like my first appointment was like in April, and so I knew I was coming back in May.
Right.
May or June, and I didn't shave that whole time, and so she had to take the razors to it at first.
She had to take some goddamn hedgers.
But she's like, I'd rather have to do this a little bit than to like have spiky hair, because then it doesn't work. So same with like waxing too. Like, don't like shave like the day before.
First of all, Tom is thinking about him having to go through this, and then second of all, he's like, why the fuck is this show derailed so far that we're talking about your wife's puss on the air?
Because it's sugar puss.
It's all sugar puss.
Sugarbush.
Yep. But yeah, so tonight, me and Sheree talked about it at dinner, and she's interested. She's game.
Nice.
There you go, Tom. Congratulations.
She usually does really well with things that hurt, but I don't know about in that area.
Yeah.
That's what the Gnos can do for you. Hashtag that's Ed. I'm going to get you some sugar puss, buddy.
Yeah. I might even talk to Chrissy. I know she waxes, so I don't know if she would be able to do the sugaring. So we could just all make it a
Big fucking bitch session.
We go golfing. They fucking cause bodily harm to themselves.
Go twat raping.
But from the recipient.
I'm not going to tell you
It's
anymore.
a hard word to say.
I'm not going to tell you big
Gynecological.
Yeah, I'm tired. My brain's done. Anywho, you being my spouse, us being intimate, you would say it's a pretty good thing, correct?
I wouldn't.
No?
I wouldn't say that shit's gross. It's like fucking a baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When's the last time you fucked a baby? That shit's crazy.
Well, hopefully never.
Well, that's what you'd hope. But I'll tell you, it's crazy.
Okay, I'll remember that.
I'm just kidding. It's great. It's great. It's great.
That's all. That's all you're gonna say. It's great.
I don't want to embarrass you. I mean, you're over here on the thing. I don't want to embarrass you.
So instead of embarrassing me, you went with it's gross. Not like it's the best pussy ever. You went with it's gross.
It's kind of like a shame run.
I mean, I can go ask around if somebody else wants to try it out.
Hey, for anybody listening out there, hit us up at the Ed and Tom Show on Twitter.
I gotta go do something else.
Start charging $1 for people just to put their hands in my pants.
Whoa!
Feel the bald baby.
I want to ride that ride.
There's a story Kate has, and you've done that before. When she was younger, she was at the
Step right up. Get your tickets.
Okay, for the record, I never charged anybody to put their hands down my pants.
No, I was going to talk about they were at the store as kids. And her brother got like a quarter from Dad to go over to the M&M machine and get some M&Ms.
God damn it, Ed.
He goes and he does it. So Kate, being the little asshole she was as a kid, how old were you?
I don't know, 2nd, 3rd grade.
Okay, 6, 7 years old. Goes and snatches the M&Ms from her brother and fucking straight down her pants. That way he wouldn't eat them. And then she's walking around the store eating M&Ms out of her pants.
Fucking genius.
And her dad's like, hey, did you steal his M&Ms and stick them down your pants? And she's like,
Nope.
And she got fucking M&M shit just dripping down her hands. It's all over her face.
I'm so glad that you have that recollection of that story.
So
that's the last time I got a spanking, by the way.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Her last spanking
Was for fucking putting candy down my pants.
And you still hadn't learned. Still getting sugar on your bush.
That's right.
Well, okay. Hey, thanks for coming. But go fucking make us some dinner. What are you making for dinner tonight?
Dude, it's fucking after 9 o'clock.
You
I'm
ain't
out.
getting dinner. You're like me. When I get home, there's no dinner.
Guess what, Tom? There is dinner here. There's leftover stuffed shells in the fridge.
Oh.
I made those last night.
What?
Bullshit.
I was involved in the making of those last night. I knew a girl who made them last
I
night.
lived in the house that the person who made them was in.
I sat in the car while somebody went into the store to buy the things to make those for me. All right, babe. Well, hey, thanks for being here. Do you have anything you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to push out? Any friends, family thing? No?
No, I just wanted to let you guys know I love you.
Well, we love you too.
Love you,
Thanks.
Katie.
Thanks.
Get the fuck out of here.
We don't deserve you.
But for real though, will you do me a favor? Will you just make me a cup of coffee?
Peace out.
For real though, one cup, please. I love you. You're a beautiful person. And do you want anything to eat?
No, I'm good.
No.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
Just coffee. And hurry the fuck up.
Ooh. So
Wait for her to get out here. I'll talk some mad shit. I got some shit.
you're talking about another challenge that I have to do. Well, if you didn't listen last week, you made me eat a fucking ginormous, gigantuan fucking jalapeno.
Right. How did that turn out?
The night I took it pretty well while we were recording, but I was getting a lot of feedback, if you will, in the old gastric area.
Impressed with how you tackled that, by the way.
I slept like shit that night.
Okay.
And then the next morning I got up at 5:30 and immediately went to the toilet and didn't move until 15 after 6.
So you had just a fiery, painful
It was so
shit.
bad. It was no fun. It wasn't, I did no work. It's not like I was sweating to get anything out of me.
You just
it
sat
was
there.
just, all right, I think,
Were there seeds involved?
so many seeds.
So many.
Way
seeds.
too many seeds. Way too many seeds. That was my number one concern. Other than this is gonna really be fucking hot.
Right.
It was the amount of seeds, and it was so fucking bad.
So one of our listeners has then reached out, Munley. Not Jeff, but his brother Brian Munley, and he's growing some peppers at his house.
What did he call it? The fucking Devil's Cock, or
It wasn't
Carolina Reapers.
Carolina something.
Carolina Reapers is what he was growing.
And he has agreed to send us a couple, and you're gonna eat them on the air.
One of them.
Yeah, you're gonna eat one of them. Obviously,
I'll eat one of them on the air, and you'll eat the other.
I can't.
Same time.
I can't.
You're a fucking pussy if you can't do it.
I can't. There's legal things from the production studio that don't allow me to do those.
It's our studio.
It's your piece.
It's our studio.
It's not funny if I bite off on your style. Then it's like I'm
I sing songs.
Huh?
I sing songs.
But you have the voice.
You can't even say it out. You can't even say it straight faced.
So let's move on. I mean, Kate derailed the whole goddamn show. We were talking about D-Day. It's a great thing. Don't laugh about it, man. Those guys went out there. They gave their lives, just like so many other people have. Thank you. We will remember. It means more to us than you imagine.
America fucking kicks ass.
There we go.
I don't care who
Go
you are.
America.
America fucking kicks the fucking ass. Speaking of kicking ass,
Yes.
how about them Golden State fucking Warriors?
Man, I'll tell you, they hit a little bit of mud early on in the Western Conference Finals.
With OKC.
OKC.
Rightfully so.
And it took them a little bit to get a little traction to get those tires spinning, but they finally kicked it into four-wheel, dug down, and we know how that turned out. First team in Western Conference Finals to ever come back from being down 3-1. To now, they are just steamrolling the fuck out of LeBron and Love and company over there.
Yes. What is it? Fucking 40 points? 77, 87, 97,
Yeah.
107?
43.
33 fucking points in game 2. We have to wait for game 3 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 8th, whenever the fucking 8th is.
It's going to be on Thursday.
So when people are listening to this, game 3 will be happening.
Yeah, that day.
More than likely. So we're looking at possibly a sweep here. The way things are going, I think Cleveland takes 1, and Golden State wins in 5.
You think so?
That's what I said.
It could happen. I really would like to see Cleveland take both of these.
I just don't see it, dude.
I don't think that they match up. And LeBron has seemed very timid. And he hasn't, his jump shot's not there. Bogut just slapping the fuck out of everybody when they come into the paint. I mean,
It's been awesome to watch.
It has been.
And now Kevin Love has a concussion.
Yeah.
So, and LeBron is just...
Thank you, baby. Look at that. What a beautiful person. You know what? You're a beautiful person, and God loves you.
As kind. I'm pretty. I'm intelligent.
And you're the boss.
The boss.
All right. So Kevin Love with his concussion.
Kevin Love concussion, and really fucking nobody doing really much of anything to help out.
But I didn't see that concussion was going to keep him out of the game.
James led the Cleveland Cavaliers with 19 points.
Yeah.
The next was... Oh, excuse me, never mind. That's not points. That was everything else. He led his team in every fucking category. Rebounds, assists, and steals.
But not good.
But no, they were... I mean, he had a lot of... He didn't have a double-double.
Okay.
So,
if you lead your team in every
and
statistic
actually, this
category...
is the first game he has been under 20 in, I think, like, fucking forever.
That's what I'm saying. If he's leading his team in every
Points, that is.
statistical category and he is not setting records, then they're not going to win. That's not their style.
No.
When LeBron can dish the ball and get other people involved and then take over, kind of lull people in, the first and second quarter, and then LeBron likes to come out in like that third quarter and then try to seal the game. And I know there's been plenty of talk about LeBron not being able to win in the playoffs, but I think that is behind him now.
Yeah, he's got 2 rings.
He's got rings, so there's a way to win in there. I don't know that they're going to win against this team. This is something special, and I think Golden State needs to win it, to solidify the year that they had.
Yeah, and if they don't, it'll be really reminiscent of, not reminiscent, but kind of on the same level as the 16-0 New England Patriots that lose it in the Super Bowl to the Giants. Eli Manning is Belichick kryptonite. But I don't know if losing the championship, I mean, of course, that's the pinnacle of the season. I don't know if it really takes away from what they actually did in the regular season.
I don't think so with basketball nearly as much as, you made it to the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get beat in the finals, that means that there was only one team out of 32, out of 31 other teams that could beat you.
Yeah.
It's not like, we mentioned the Mariners that had all those wins and then lost in the wild card,
Yeah.
or, the very first round. And it's not like football where the perfect season is something, right, that everybody's been achieving.
You only get 16 games.
Right. Here, they did better than the equivalent of the 16-game undefeated regular season, right? Because they did better than anybody in history had ever done.
Yes.
So it doesn't take away from it, but it does not quite answer the mail the way that it should.
Yeah.
If they go ahead and win that thing.
Yeah, you play a game for a championship. You don't play for a Western Conference championship.
Right.
You don't play for a best record in the West. You play for the Larry.
The Larry.
Yeah.
Big Lair.
So, congrats, Golden State. I hope you can sweep. I think they win 5-1.
I don't want them to sweep. I want these playoffs to extend because these have been fun to watch. And will continue to be.
Ultimately, yeah, I just want to watch good basketball, and I want to see the Suns draft 2 awesome players in the first round.
Nice.
That's all I got for basketball, and then college kicks up, and I will love it.
I'll give a fuck when Seattle gets a team back or the playoffs start next year.
So playoffs next year is when you're at.
That's what it's looking like for me right now. Now, this weekend on Saturday, I didn't have a lot of things going on, but I had a lot of stuff to do around the house. And so I wasn't able to break away to watch UFC 199. However, by all accounts, from what you had told me earlier and what I've read online and seeing some of the replays, pretty fucking amazing show here at 199, was it?
Yes. So 199 lost some of its luster because the fight that Bisping and Luke Rockhold were fighting, that championship run, was supposed to be Weidman fighting Rockhold
Right.
for rematch. So Weidman gets hurt, Weidman gets hurt, Bisping steps in the count. 10 years, never, ever had a title shot in his career. But one of the better fighters in that weight class.
Right.
Steps up into the ring, just pumped as you can. It just pumped like a little kid in a fucking candy store. And then Luke Rockhold comes out with the strap, and he just seems like he's whatever. Not like he wasn't ready for him, but like he was like kind of mad that he was fighting him.
Okay.
Or disappointed. And they're like, man, really? You're putting me up against Bisping? I've already beat him, blah, 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 all this shit.
I'm the champ.
Michael Bisping defeats Luke Rockhold in a KO 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round.
Knocked him the fuck out. The challenger steps up, knocks out the champ. And from what you're saying, you don't feel like he didn't walk out like he was the champ. He didn't walk out intense, fired up.
Yeah, he did not fight a fight where he actually, I mean, he was doing really well, but just his demeanor and everything was not one of that who was driven to hold on to the belt.
Right.
Not how you used to see Anderson Silva fight before he got pissed off that there was no challenge for him. Kind of like every time Bones would step into the ring and defend his belt. That drive, he did not have it.
He was just kind of.
And I was so fucking disappointed because I want Luke Rockhold to go on a run and defend that belt multiple times. And
what you don't want to see is a bunch of forgettable champions. Mm-hmm. You know, that's. I think that is worse than having. So you could have a Mighty Mouse Johnson who just never loses. You know, which is kind of like that Tiger Woods of old. You know, you really kind of pull for that because it's never happened. Mm-hmm. And then, so that's the one extreme. And then on the other, you have the most forgettable string of champions that
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, who's whatever the fuck reason is coming back.
Yeah, but I ain't mad at him because that card for 200. Woo, we'll get to that. But fucking hey, that's awesome.
But yeah, so that's the other side of it. And so here you have what could potentially be a very forgettable championship that Rockhold had when he took the strap from
Weidman. Weidman. Wally. And I don't foresee Bisping holding on to it very long either. If Rockhold gets his rematch with him first for Bisping Rockhold Bisping 3, I think Rockhold takes it.
I don't think that you see a rematch right away. There's just too many people, and the precedent has shown that they're ready to move on to the next fight, and with the exception of being two big, huge names, a rematch, like there's going to be, if Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey have a rematch, that's going to draw.
They will.
That is a rematch that has to happen.
Yeah.
This is not a rematch that has to happen. So the next time
it doesn't have to from fan point, but as two fighters, Bisping will. He's like, I will give you your rematch. Rockhold is like, I need my belt back.
Well, yeah, you need it. You had it, and you fucking didn't train, and you went out there and lost. So now you're
I don't think it was a short. Something needs to be said about taking a fight on short notice.
Then you know what you do. You do like what John did and he just said, no, I'm not going to take that fight.
Oh, he did take it.
No, then that's not the one I'm thinking of. There was somebody else that got thrown a short fight, and they decided not to take it, and we gave them a bunch of shit for it. But they were doing what was right because they had nothing to gain.
The track record for the dude who's getting ready for his opponent, and then the opponent drops out. Right. The track record for them losing is high,
extremely high.
So look at Conor McGregor.
Mm-hmm.
Thinks he's fighting Dos Anjos, and he's all of a sudden fighting Nate Diaz.
Hoodwinked.
Bam, done. Kimbo Slice thinks he's fighting Ken Shamrock. Can't fight. Now he fights some dude with a pink fucking mohawk and gets his ass beat.
The pink-haired fruitcake.
Yeah. So a lot can be said about somebody who's, okay, hey, I'm going to take the fight, but then you gotta almost have to put your money on the fucking challenger.
But you don't think you should have to.
No, you shouldn't.
But I don't think that every person that has the belt that loses it is entitled to an automatic rematch.
No, contractually they might.
I don't think that they should be. I think that they should move on to the next one in the case like this.
So the number one contender for the belt should rank higher than the guy who just lost the belt.
Potentially, yeah. I do. I think because otherwise you get into this, I had it for one, he had it for one, he got it and then lost it in his very next one.
And didn't defend it.
Right. And so, now I get it if you've defended it for a while and then lost it. Like I think John Jones needed his shot immediately when he came back. Got it.
He has never lost a fight.
No problem with that. But you worked your way up and, Rockhold got that strap and then lost it. And I don't think that he had it long enough where he deserves that automatic go back.
I can see that.
You just had Weidman, who was ready to go and take this fight. So now does he get the shot at the title before Rockhold, which I think he probably should get?
He probably will. He will. But I think, regardless of strap, I think he wants to fight Rockhold. Bar none, he just wants to fight Rockhold to prove that he can beat him.
Yeah.
So just like Ronda Rousey, if Holm doesn't have the belt, she should probably really want to fight fucking Holly Holm,
right?
To prove, hey, I can beat her.
That's like a decision point. Like, what would you do if you're Ronda and you're like, Holly Holm, where I can go exact my revenge? Or
you should take where I've beaten numerous times
and go get my fucking belt back.
Yeah.
Which one means more? I think you go get your belt back and then you fight Holly Holm as I think that's the draw as opposed to the other way.
Like I've said before, you make Holm Rousey fight, winner fights Tate.
Yeah, and see, I think the opposite. I think Ronda goes and gets Misha, gets her belt back, and then fights Holly that way. I think you put Holly and Ronda back in for a championship fight, at least try to, as opposed to because it would deserve to be the main fight on a pay-per-view.
Definitely.
But those need to be championships.
Yeah.
So let's get the belt to one of those bitches and then let it fight from there.
You said bitches.
Yeah, because those are bad bitches.
Bad bitches. All right, so that was that fight. Dominic Cruz, Uriah Faber 3.
Faber got
fucked. It was after the first round, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Faber almost gets knocked out. He was fucking kind of silly. Fucking popped right in the fucking nugget. Goes down. Kind of has time to collect himself. Gets back up. He picks Dominic Cruz up at one point. Slams him on his fucking back at one time. After that, second, third, fourth, fifth round happens. Fucking boring as shit.
Just get down on the ground and cover each other.
Multiple times, Faber has to pull up his pants. One time, they even had to stop the fight so Faber could pull up his fucking shorts. Okay, I don't know. I was like, really? What, you can't fucking tighten your shorts before you fucking come out? I mean, you walk 2 fucking miles out listening to fucking California Love, and then you can't fucking tighten your shorts in that time. I wanted Faber to win.
Huh?
I can never vote against the fucking Cali
But
kid.
we knew he wasn't going to.
I wanted him to win.
Right.
And I lost a bet to...
Brent?
I lost something to Brett.
Okay.
Brent. And he said, hey, well, a loser does a challenge on the show. Well,
Okay.
And so... And we'll get to in TNA and the G spot. He has a question about that. So
Okay.
I lost. I picked Faber. He had Cruz.
Well, let's keep moving through this then, just because only if we stay. Kate fucked us up, and if we talk about the UFC, we're not even going to be able to get to football or
All
anything
right.
else.
Dan Hendo won. He's retiring. He goes out on top, knocks out fucking Hector Lombard. Awesome. Thank you, Dan Henderson, for everything you've done in the sport. You were fucking awesome to watch every time you're out there. And UFC 200, we cannot skip over it.
We can't.
It's fucking awesome. This card, as it sits right now,
Which is
Daniel Cormier. Cormier is how you say his fucking name. Daniel Cormier versus John Bones Jones for the fucking strap. Main event. Then announced during 199, Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt.
which that one is like why?
Yeah, well, it's Brock Lesnar. He's drawing fans.
Right.
So now we're getting the WWE crowd to pay for. They're buying this UFC pay-per-view now. Just sure, oh, we got to see Brock Lesnar fight. So I don't know why he's coming back. I hope he's ready because Mark Hunt, he's older, I should say. And he's kind of at the end of his career.
He
so
is. The last time we saw Mark Hunt, he got fucking drilled and dropped straight back on his ass.
Yeah.
So but here's the only thing that confuses me is, if it's not a cash grab, right? There's no way that these two guys are on the main card with some of these other fights that are on the undercard.
Oh, I know. Just seeing
TJ Dillashaw?
TJ Dillashaw fighting. I'm not even going to attempt that one. Asanunkao? Asanunkao. How do I say that? Brett? Brett?
I don't know how to say that one.
But then Johnny Hendricks, he's fighting. And he's not too far removed from it's a couple years of pretty much beating the fuck out of GSP and losing at decision.
But like you said, so Cormier,
Northcutt.
Brock Lesnar, Misha Tate, Jose Aldo, Cain Velasquez.
I think this has potential to be the fight of the night.
Kat Zingano. I mean, these are goddamn this is going to be a pay-per-view for the ages.
Yes.
He is putting it together.
I say fight of the night, Jose Aldo, Frankie Edgar. That's on the fucking main card, and I think that's fight of the night.
It could be.
I honestly do think that'll be fight of the night. I think John Jones wins. I think Mark Hunt, well, I don't know. That's a fucking toss-up with Lesnar and them. Misha Tate wins in probably fucking easy fashion.
I will tell you this. I will bet against Brock Lesnar right now. Only because, one, Brock Lesnar always loses in UFC. And two, Mark Hunt has been fighting since Brock Lesnar has been. So he at least has the experience. Even if he's gone in there and gotten his ass beat, we've seen him go in there and be successful. Yeah. We haven't seen Brock Lesnar do that in, 4 years?
It hasn't been that long. It's close.
It's close.
But his record is 5-2.
Lesnar.
So he has a winning record. But
yeah, but
it's
a lot
only
of those
7 fights.
A lot of those were those fucking pump-up fights just to get him a record so that they could get him a title shot because everybody wanted to watch him. He got a title shot.
And it is the heavyweight, which is one of the most boring weight classes in the UFC. But
fight history. So the last time he fought was in 2011.
And if he was to get a title shot right now, he'd be fighting Stipe, and Stipe would fucking kick the shit out of him.
UFC 141, Lesnar versus Overeem was his last fight.
And Overeem beat him.
Yeah. So 5 years removed from the sport.
Damn, 5 years.
So Mark Hunt, who again has gotten his ass beat, but has been in the octagon sooner. So I'm going to put it there. That's where it is. I'm already claiming that one. All right.
You're claiming Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt now today. So in football, Tom, I can't believe we didn't open with this. I got some fucking news, dude.
What do you got?
Breaking fucking news.
Breaking news.
You know Aqib Talib?
Yes, very much so. One of the top 4 or 5 corners in the league.
Was. This motherfucker got shot Sunday, dead, in Dallas. Come to find out, there isn't a whole lot of information coming out about this shit, but comes to find out there was some gang violence and some shit going down inside of a club, and he got snatched up, and there was some guys, and right here's what it says is that what they were trying to do was get him to go to the White House wearing a suicide vest. And I don't know if they were ISIS or what, but he refused to do it, and they fucking executed him. So Aqib Talib shot dead. Breaking news right here on the Ed and Tom Show.
Well,
What do you think about that, Tom?
I think you're a fucking idiot because I'm looking at news right now that says Aqib Talib was released from the hospital after being shot.
Well, yeah, they released his body back to his family, I think is what that meant.
No, he just got stitches.
When they had to put back together his head, they stitched it together.
Aqib Talib is alive and well,
Is he?
but he has some splaining to do.
Don't tell me he plexicoed his ass.
Well, that's what he's claiming to his family is that he accidentally shot himself. Mm-hmm. There is TMZ video out there of an altercation out in front of this club in Dallas, and then all of a sudden 4 gunshots go off.
Goddamn, where's Aaron Hernandez when you need him?
So there's more to come on this story, and I'm sure Aqib Talib has some things to explain.
So he's not dead.
But he will not be going with his Super Bowl winning team, Denver Broncos, to the White House to meet Obama like every Super Bowl winning team does.
Because of the suicide vest. Because
of him recovering from his injuries and then possibly an investigation that is pending.
And it was in Dallas.
Yes, where he went to high school.
Which the good thing is, because remember, Plexico did his shit in New York.
Yeah.
Where the gun laws are like strict. Don't you even fucking think about a gun.
Yeah.
Where this happens in Texas, people shoot themselves in the foot all the time.
You only had one gun?
God damn, man. That's not how they
You
talk.
don't walk around with only one gun. You
I
crazy.
said now here whistling Pete's and I got some Dizzy Dukes going town now.
Hoosker do's and hoosker don'ts, with or without. Oh man, I messed that. I used to be able to do that from start to finish.
Did you?
I used to. The Joe Dirt fucking fireworks rant.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do that from fucking start to finish.
You need to practice that. You need to bring that back.
Hoosker do's and hoosker don'ts, with or without this. Shit.
The whiskers or
with or without the whiz bangers, or I can't remember what the fuck. Either way.
Anyways, so
speaking of fireworks,
yes,
JPP,
yep,
Justin Pierre-Paul has assured us all as football fans that he will be nowhere near the United States during 4th of July this year. So
thank God
he will not blow off his hand again.
Thank God.
We'll be okay. Thank you, JPP.
Man, so in other news, did you hear Marshawn Lynch? He's coming back.
Nope.
He's not.
60 Minutes, he even said, what camera do I got to look at to say I'm not playing football? Literally, he said that. What camera do you want me to talk into? I'm not playing football anymore.
He did. He finally did what everybody was waiting for him to do. Mm-hmm. All the speculation and rumors have been put to bed. He's not playing anymore.
But then his agent, in the same breath of him being on that fucking on 60 Minutes saying that, says it's Marshawn Lynch, you never say never. So you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You're just pulling publicity for him.
And that's exactly what that was.
Yeah.
If Marshawn Lynch is nothing, he is a person that marches to his own drummer, doesn't give a fuck about what other people think,
Nope.
and is going to do what Marshawn decides to do. And if he said he's not playing, I believe him.
Yeah.
I believe him, yo.
He says, no, I'm done. I'm done. I enjoyed my time playing. Now it's time to watch my cousins do they thing.
Yeah, he's done.
And then he does, I'm retired. Is that good enough? Which camera do you want me to look into? This one? I'm done. I'm not playing football anymore. End quote.
Just in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
So Beast is done. Thank you, Marshawn, for everything. We've loved you. Your second career that you had in Seattle made you really brought a lot of honor
Seattle
to your
on the
family.
map.
Yeah, definitely.
And on the Richter scale.
On the Richter scale. And then finally,
Speaking of on the map,
last year, we had an opportunity to go meet a bunch of people across the NFL and become great friends with them at the Pro Bowl.
yes.
And it will no longer be held here in the great state of Hawaii at Aloha
For
Stadium.
any foreseeable future, yes.
And I have, so it's moving to Central Florida. It's going to Orlando. It's going to be down there, and I think for a while. I think it's contracted to stay there for a little bit.
I mean, and there's, if you look at it, you bring all these NFL players, they bring their families here to have fun. It's in paradise and all that stuff. But then look at what Orlando has to offer. There's way more to do there.
Right.
Like
But
Disney
Florida's a
World.
shithole.
Well, but that portion of it is a fucking tourist trap. You got Universal Studios, you got SeaWorld, you got fucking Disney World. There's so much shit to do in Orlando, tourist-wise.
I have
You can
heard,
go see a very hard-to-get Orlando Magic's ticket.
but it's not just the fact that they've moved.
Sarcasm.
It's not just the fact that they've moved the Pro Bowl back, but they've said we're not doing the draft format anymore.
What? I didn't know that.
Yep, they said we're going back to NFC versus AFC. No more draft format, and there was another change. That
So
was
no more
significant.
like ex-player coaches.
Nope, all
So
that's
they're
gone.
going back to you lose the. Well, is it still pre-Super Bowl?
It is still pre-Super Bowl.
I don't like that.
And I don't know. And there was another change, but the big one was the draft is gone. The whole
like that.
Irving, all that. Gone.
I like the draft.
So-
I like the draft. I mean,
It's like the NFL
players complained about it,
Right.
but
It's like the. So that's gone. That was really what had rejuvenated the Pro Bowl in my mind.
that first one where Alex Smith had that game-winning drive.
Yeah.
That was the same year that your Seahawks beat the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
That was more exciting than the Super Bowl. That Pro Bowl was
awesome.
Fucking start to finish awesome.
Last year's Pro Bowl was really entertaining. This year's wasn't as entertaining.
It was a blowout, but we were there in person. And it was
No.
very-
The one before that
Oh, yeah.
was another well-fought, played game, and then this one was a blowout.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, offensive and defensive MVPs both came from the Seattle Seahawks and Michael Bennett and
Michael Bennett did not deserve that.
and
we talked about
Russell Wilson. So, what were we saying? Oh, yeah. So the draft's gone.
Yeah,
back to the
draft's
NFC,
gone.
AFC.
NFC versus AFC.
It's no longer in Hawaii. So I'm glad we flew Dad out here and got him.
I'm
to that
glad
game.
I was able to go and
Yeah.
you were able to go because the first year that I'm in Hawaii, guess what was not here?
Yep, Pro Bowl.
It was in Arizona.
So, yep, big changes for that. All right, Penguins, how they doing in the NHL playoffs?
Not so good.
Yeah.
Game 4 was tonight,
Hmm.
and they lost.
Oh, man.
So the Sharks are down 3-1.
Now, does anybody ever come back from being down 3-1?
Nope.
No.
Except Golden State. So San Jose, Golden State, same state of California. Maybe there's
Could be some magic.
coincidence.
Yep,
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
But I don't know. I mean, it's hockey. Penguins are a tough team. Sharks are a very tough team as well. Hopefully, the only game that San Jose won was the first ever Stanley Cup hockey game held in San Jose. And they had to win it in overtime.
So
that was a very exciting game, so I was told.
You're such a fan of your... We're done talking about NHL.
Their games come on at like fucking noon.
Who gives a fuck when they come on?
I can't watch it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't watch them.
But nobody wants to. The last cool thing that the NHL did was when they put that little blue tracer on NHL on Fox, so when they hit the puck, you could follow it.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of it because all the hardcore fans were like, this is like fucking training wheels for hockey.
Yeah.
I need the fucking training wheels, guy. I don't give a fuck about that sport now.
You remember when the NFL finally did the yellow line? That was so awesome.
Yeah.
It's like there's no.
Oh my god! It's still on the field.
It has to be past the sticks.
So anyways, you did some movieing this weekend.
Yes, I took the kids to go watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
Oh, sound probably pretty exciting.
They should have stayed in the shadows.
Yeah.
That movie had so much promise at the beginning. It was very exciting at the beginning. They were doing some really cool shit.
That's really exciting in the beginning.
It was so awesome. But then it fucking petered out, and even Alyssa, who was excited to watch it because I took her to watch the first one when it came out.
12-year-old girl. We're talking about the excitement of a 12-year-old girl who loves Ninja Turtles, loves action-adventure movies, loves superhero movies.
And she was very, very disappointed. She walked out. I was like, "Hey, so how'd you like it?" She was like, she almost like looked at me like for like approval, and I was like, and she's like,
Is it okay to tell you, Daddy, that it sucked?
Yeah.
After the last time you hit her, I mean, I didn't think that she would want to criticize a movie that you took her to again.
I don't hit my daughter, ever. Ever.
Giant winks.
But no, she. Yeah.
So no good.
She was disappointed.
No good.
No,
was Megan Fox hot?
Does bear shit in the woods?
Yes, sir.
A lot. Mm-hmm. That was really it. No. They introduced Krang into this one, Bebop and Rocksteady. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of cool. But altogether, they just it had this build up, and just fucking fizzled the fuck out. It was bad.
So that's what was so exciting about the first one when it came out is there was this rebirth, and it was a little gritty, and it could introduce the kids, but still held just enough to capture our imagination from when we were young, and we enjoyed taking our kids to it.
Yeah.
But just like when the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came back out in in the 90s, that first movie came out and it was decent. And then the second one came out, the one was Splinter, and that was the one that fucking Vanilla Ice did the rap in.
Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was it?
Go Ninja, go Ninja,
go Ninja, go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that movie was horrible.
Yeah. But the first one was awesome.
But the first one was good. Corey Haim.
There was a third one too, where they're like samurais and went back in time.
But didn't that one change to where it was like the animation or the claymation, or didn't it go like almost Morphine Power Ranger-ish?
Kind of, but it was still the same costumes and shit like that. Yeah, it was still the same costumes, but yeah, I could see where you would think like Power Rangers.
Yeah, it went a little more down that campy road.
It was like right around the same time as that too.
They should have taken it more Dark Knight, Gotham, edgy, and kept it.
That would be sweet.
Kept it there as opposed to going campy. Bullshitty.
Yeah, and so the guy who plays Casey Jones is the guy who does Green Arrow.
Oh, is it?
So I actually thought Green Arrow was like doing something here, and then he is now Casey Jones, and it was a very bad rendition of Casey Jones.
Well, totally different universes, you know.
No, I mean, I'm not trying to connect the two, but right. I mean, you're an actor, you're Green Arrow, you're Arrow. Right. So all of a sudden, it's like you're doing something that's pretty fucking awesome. You're going to go do something else.
You're on the WB. You're on the WB on like the 7th most exciting superhero show.
But you are one of them.
But now you have a chance to be in a big screen blockbuster with Megan Fox and carrying a franchise forward. I can see where somebody would go.
Yeah.
Not expecting the movie to turn out absolute shit.
But what I was getting at is, there's things going on with Arrow. Like, isn't there supposed to be like a Flash crossover? Like they meet,
but it's
or
still
something like that.
It's
and
on
then
the
there's
WB.
another one. There's another one.
It's on the WB. It's like being on fucking public television.
Yeah, I get it.
Like public access.
But it did top the box office this week.
Did it?
Yeah, it finished the weekend with 35 mil.
What was the budget?
135.
They're not getting that back.
Yeah,
They're not getting that fucking
they got
money
100.
back.
They got 100 mil to go.
They're not getting that money back.
100 mil to go. So
You better sell some goddamn merchandise.
Yeah.
So they kind of rebooted that, right? And there was another reboot that was also done, kind of in the same universe, and that's DC Comics. So DC Comics, they came out with Superman versus Batman. Everybody's got their fucking hand in their head like, oh, fuck.
How are they going to fix this shit?
There are executives jumping out of windows. They're fucked.
We've got to rewrite Aquaman.
So, yeah, that whole movie. So, in the comic book world, they fucking basically shit-canned everything that they've done over the past 5 years in the DC universe. So, what they did was about 5 years ago, they started this new 52, and they created these new characters, and the DC universe has grown.
Yeah.
And they basically said, man, we are fucked. And so they shit-canned that, and they now have the DC Rebirth, and they're going back and they're doing storybook number 1 for Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Wonder Woman, and doing whole new stories, backgrounds, facts have changed, people have changed. Superman's got a fucking beard. It's changed the lines of how they're doing it, and they can start everything from fresh. They're rebooting the entire DC universe right now. That's a big deal.
Didn't the first Superman movie with the current Superman?
Yep, Man of Steel.
Didn't he have a beard at the beginning of that when he was working on that oil drill or
At
whatever?
one part, yeah, for a few minutes.
Maybe they're taking on that story.
I don't know. They're just but it's all from different backgrounds, different stories. You know, where their lines cross and where they are. So it's all fresh. So they can build some new things here to go forward with some of those movies. I think is the point.
No, that could be really fucking good,
It could be.
or it could be really bad.
Some reviews I've heard, like I heard the Green Arrow was good. I heard that the Green Lantern was horrible, and I heard that Superman was horrible, but the Batman was okay, and the Wonder Woman was totally different than what they had expected.
We'll see with Wonder Woman. It's been so long since anyone gave a fuck about Wonder Woman. They could almost do anything, and it would be fire.
The only thing that they have to figure out to do is how to get that fucking picture of her and the Battlefield Bad Company guys that were in that movie. They just have to fucking tell a story to get to that picture, and then other than that, they can do whatever the fuck they want to.
Oh yeah,
They could tell us she was from Andromeda, and we would be like, oh, okay, well, that's really cool.
yeah.
So that's a big one. So still trying to do something in the DC universe, I think, to catch up to Marvel.
Yeah, I don't think they ever do it. It's like, to me, it would be like Battlestar Galactica trying to compete with Star Wars.
Yeah,
It's not going to happen.
they're just totally different.
You got your followers, of course, but it's like that.
Not the same.
It's like that fucking dirty little half brother that no
It's
one likes.
almost like the people that would like this only like this to hate Marvel.
Yeah,
That would be their main motivation to like this. Like they would find all the good here to point out all the
Marvel's
bad.
so bad. This is so much better.
Yeah,
for reasons that I cannot articulate.
and am not willing to, and defy all
If
logic.
you don't know, you don't.
Because you're a
You don't
fanboy.
see it.
You're just a fanboy.
Yeah,
Oh, whatever, tool.
Jack Muffin,
Fucking clown. Ass clown.
clown shoes.
We don't fucking need you, you fucking piece of shit.
That's a phrase. That's a phrase that I think is underutilized.
What's that?
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Or no, we don't need you, you fucking piece of shit. We should say that more often.
We don't need, that's how we should end our interviews.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you take off? We don't need you, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Should we call Kate up and try it again?
No. No.
Just call her up. Hey, sit down, put on your headphones. Huh? We don't need you. Get out of here, you fucking piece of shit. That would be funny.
It's just how belittling is that? You're a piece. You're not even a whole turd. You're just a piece of it.
You're just a piece of that shit.
It's like calling somebody a dildo. You're not even a real dick.
You're something that I jam into a dark, wet, stinky spot and then throw into a cupboard for fucking 3 weeks. Not me. I mean, people do this. Not me in particular. But I mean, I can imagine
It's
that's
in
a
the
pattern.
archives now.
It's
in the archives.
That's just a pattern that some people could have. I mean, you say anything and somebody somewhere is doing it.
You're doing it to your dog.
Speaking, just like making a new movie about Now You See Me Too.
Have you seen the original?
I saw the original.
It was
Loved
fucking good.
Great.
This one, I think, has the potential to be better.
It does. And some people would say with the reveal of Harry Potter that there's like, oh, fuck, you're going to have Daniel Radcliffe in this?
I think it's genius.
I do too. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
He's a good dude. He's fucking. He wasn't in it, but his name and likeness was in Brothers Grimsby. When I told you that we were talking about it last, I was like, "Hey, have you seen Brothers Grimsby?" Because they said it was like you would like this if you watched. If you like the Do-Over,
Right.
you would like Brothers Grimsby. I watched Brothers Grimsby, and his likeness was in that movie and his name, and it was pretty funny.
Huh.
But if you haven't watched Brothers Grimsby, holy shit, there are so many. It's not on Netflix. You gotta fucking
Right.
You gotta get creative with
Okay.
it.
He means download it using a BitTorrent app.
Or stream using Kodi.
Yeah. One of those.
What I did. Anyway, scenes that you would never fucking think would ever take place in a big screen movie.
Yeah.
I was floored by some of the scenes in this. Was like, no fucking way they just did this on the big screen.
Who's all in this movie?
Sacha Baron Cohen and Ben Kingsley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Rebel Wilson,
Yeah.
Fat Amy.
Yeah.
She's in it.
Okay, yeah. I see
And Penelope Cruz she plays a part in it. Those are like the big names.
You know what movie we watched last night as a family? Because we've been trying to do, some of these classic movies to introduce our kid to.
Debbie Does Dallas.
We were going to. I couldn't find it on Kodi.
Oh.
Yeah. So we went with Adventures in Babysitting. Do you remember that movie with
Not really.
Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah, I remember it coming out, and I remember like the movie poster, but I don't remember the movie at all.
Actually, still holds up. We watched it last night. I was surprised how well that movie still held up. There wasn't a whole lot of. Really, the only thing that was missing was the fact that there wasn't cell phones, and that caused a lot of their problems. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because part of it is
that
like.
would be like, why don't you just call somebody?
Yeah, but so how things start to unravel is she's babysitting these kids in the suburbs of Chicago and has to go into town. So she drives, and they're driving down the expressway, and she gets a flat tire.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So they're stuck. You think about it. 20 years ago, you got a flat tire on the side of the road, you were fucking stuck. Somebody would help you.
Yeah.
You'd flag somebody down. But you
Back
didn't have
when people weren't assholes.
Yeah, you didn't have a phone to call anybody on.
Mm-hmm.
And so all these problems have been they were all fixed when Steve Jobs came up with the iPhone. All their problems were fucking solved. The movie was solved.
No movie.
But if you can suspend that, still a really good movie.
Yeah.
But one of the things that surprised me was this little girl in the movie is a huge fan of Thor. She dresses like Thor. She carries the hammer. She's a Thor studette.
Alyssa dressed up as Thor for Halloween one year.
Did she?
It was awesome.
So that's exactly probably this girl. Alyssa channeled this girl to do that. Her and her brother are fighting about something. And he's like, oh, what it was she had used all of his Clearasil to paint a picture of Thor. And so he's yelling at her, and, he's like 15, she's like 10, and they're fighting, and he's like, he doesn't say fucking, he's like, Thor's a homo. And she's like, what did you say? He's like, Thor's a homo. And she's like, take it back. And she's like chasing him, and he says it like 6 times. I was laughing. I was like, you would never get away with calling somebody a homo.
No, you wouldn't.
In a PG movie.
Wow.
And they dropped the F-bomb a couple times towards the end. But really a cool movie. If you haven't seen it, you should go back. It's a classic. It is a classic movie. And like I said, it still stood up. And people that are listening to this, that I probably just took them back down some of that nostalgic road of that movie, because it was a great classic movie from the 80s.
I remember, I mean, I watched it, and I usually have a really good memory for movies I have seen, and even ones I haven't seen. And I just cannot, I mean, I can picture a flat tire and the girl dressed up as Thor, but I can't place any
A lot of people will get it confused with Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which had kind of a similar premise, and it was really kind of at the same
Christina
time.
Applegate in it.
Right.
She's so fine.
Back when she had boobs.
Yeah, she was fucking hot as shit in Vacation, though.
She's always been beautiful, but she doesn't have boobs anymore.
Well, real ones.
Yeah, they got lopped off. So there's that. And so let's.
Shit.
You know what we should do real quick? We got a call this week from our man Chano.
Palino.
And last week, we did an ad for him. And we tried to get him a job. We tried to get him, his clown business.
Yeah, the brown clown.
The brown clown.
The winner of the clap.
Right. Chano the brown clown. Well, he got a couple gigs. Thought things were going to be working out for him, but it fell through. So
something might have happened with the whole pointing at the doll.
Yeah, maybe Tyler got onto something. But so this week we reached out to him and we took a little different approach.
Yeah.
We needed to we can't just go out there and fucking blindly throw ads. We need to get things that he's talented in. He's skilled in. We need to find a job in a career field that fits him, not him fitting into a career field.
So something fitting in him.
We went to again, it'll all explain. It's going to explain itself. It
is amazing what you can find out about somebody if you Google their full name.
If you Google it,
it was very eye opening.
Wow.
You think you know somebody.
Wow. Now we have no drop for this, right?
There is no. We were going to make one, but we have no drop for the let's help Chano.
All right. So I think I have something. I think I have something that we can use here real quick. Just let me get this plugged back in.
That was a chore.
That was that, and then there's going to be probably some of that, and then it should be this one right here. Nope. No. Yeah. Here we go. All right, there you go. That's the drop for Chano.
That sounded like a monkey that was in a lot of pain.
A couple monkey fuckers.
Oh, they were fucking.
Hey, Tom, I got to ask you, are you tired of whacking off to the same tired porn?
Does the neck down image of the same chiseled white guy or huge cock black guy got you in a rut?
Are you tired of whacking off in front of your computer or in the shitter only to find yourself feeling worse because of the same 5-minute porn clip of a MILF? Or a stepmom banging stepson, old man banging teen cream pie, or Asian sluts get gangbanged by 12 black guys and gets drenched in a sperm blanket?
Well then, do we have a treat for you?
Under the new laws of California, it is now legal for immigrants still in the process of receiving their green cards to enter the adult porn industry 100% legally.
Ooh-wee.
This means your friend and ours, Chano Paulino Cruz, has re-entered the adult industry for a limited time.
But wait, there's more. Not only can he be in the scenes, but due to Bonerwood,
that's porn Hollywood for all you slow ones,
strict guidelines and regulations require condoms for all actors conducting penetration. He can again star in scenes.
No more worries about those pesky outbreaks that plagued him in the early days of his Bollywood productions he headlined in India. Those pesky HIV rumors are no more, and the clap he was known for?
Gone!
Remember, he starred in such memorable performances as Murcock number 1 in Finding Homo,
Latin Stud number 2, Zorro and the Search for the Gangbang Bog,
or the American Video Award nominated Dr. Strangecock in the all-men production of Marvel, The Agents of Stud.
I think that was Adult Video Awards.
What did I say?
American.
Oh, Adult Video Award, yes.
That's right. For a limited time, Chano can be your man for all your adult film needs. Anything from normal man-on-woman breeder porn to the stuff he is known for in the industry as
Gay for pay.
Chano has been known to give the most believable productions when he has had an all-men cast. He can really shine when his brown, slightly rotund body is the focus of a large group of men. Although Chano is happily married to a beautiful woman, don't let that fool you. Picture this.
A dark auditorium with a stage and only one light, a single spotlight in the center of the stage. And in the center, a brown man of power. As he tenderly stands there, a large cock enters from the darkness, and Chano goes to town, like he was Kelly Clarkson on the finals of American Idol. This man can put on a performance of a lifetime when the lights are low and he's the star of the show. Now that the ever-tumultuous industry of pistol holsters has found a new bottom, and Chano's been freed to seek out his greater talents, he's turned to us here at the Ed and Tom's Talent Agency to help him find a way to provide for him and his family. We have a special place in our hearts for Chano since he's the only known survivor from Tom's gypsy past.
What?
Yeah.
All right. So we have spent countless hours putting Chano through our tried and true system of physical and mental evaluations. We have dug into his psyche and found the things that he is the most talented at, either from birthright as a Mexican, or by the talents he has picked up across the broad scope of jobs he has had.
If you need a power bottom, no problem. If you need a deep bottomless belly of jizz catching ability, no problem. Chano is your lucky Pierre.
If you need a gaping brown eye on a hairy brown guy, this is your Donald Duck. No problem.
If you have a twinkle in your eye, then Chano's the twink to get you by. Let this ring snatcher do what he does best by being the rumpy rump you need next.
Chano is no vegan. He will eat all the animal protein your purple-headed yogurt slinger can fling his way.
So before you book your next talent for that same old big titty MILF and shower porn, give Chano a call. He can send headshots of either variety to you today. Hurry, phones are lighting up and he can't take them all, so get in while you still can. Don't let straight porn get you in a rut. Hire Chano to take it in the butt. Brought to you by the people in the campaign to deep Chano pulling the crews employed. Chano annoying or supposed to sad in any way he has said, and I quote, "Do not use my name or I will sue you." He probably didn't mean it, so I'm moving on. The political views of Chano's racism do not reflect Puritan views of the Ed and Tom Show or its parent company, Gnome Productions. All right, reserved copy 2016.
The monkeys make it better. The monkeys make it better.
There you go, Chano. We're just trying to get you a job, man.
If this doesn't get you a job, I don't know what.
We'll keep working. You know, if this doesn't work,
we'll find something.
We'll find something. Yeah. We'll keep pouring over it.
Google's an amazing thing.
We're gonna find you a job, buddy. We are committed.
Come hell or high water. I lose sleep.
Yeah.
I can't think about all the mouths he's got to feed.
6-7 times this week, I was woke up in the middle of the night. Tom was in a panic, calling me, just trying to figure out what's our next move for Chano. How do we get this guy employed? How do we get him out there so that he can be a member of society, paying for not only his immigration fees and the payment for his wife, and remember he had the run-in with the law where he was doing the gay for pay sex job over there in Tennessee. But you know, California's changed all that, so we have an industry for you. So get in there and do your job, buddy.
Don't let straight porn get you in a rut. Hire Chano to take it in the butt.
There you go.
So we're so going to hell.
But I mean, but honestly though, he's an actor.
But ultimately, we're helping out a friend.
So you say action. Chano is an actor.
He never comes out of character.
He doesn't. He stays in there until you say cut, and then he goes home to his family. And he goes and he's at the same fucking soccer games with you. He's getting fuel next to you. He's at the store where you are. He's the same guy.
Mm-hmm. He's just lined up at Home Depot.
But you just have no idea what he's doing during the day. But now you do.
Consummate professional.
Professional. This guy. So, I was thinking about this though the other day, and I was gonna pick your brain about this. So you know how Washington and Colorado have legalized marijuana?
God bless them.
I don't know why every place doesn't do this.
You know how much money they make?
How much money they make. Crime has been diving down. I mean, that's one of the big untold stories is how much crime has gone down, and DUIs have been cut by legalizing it, and then the money that's generated. Mm-hmm. If I was governor of the great state of Hawaii, this is what I would do. Are you ready?
I am ready.
I am going to make this the most profitable state in the entire union. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm legalizing weed, right? With all the tourism that we get here and all the people that come from Asia that have they're like, fucking weed, they would lose their goddamn mind if they could come here and get it legal. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to make us any richer than Washington. I mean, we're smaller. Mm-hmm. That's not going to make us any richer. I'm taking it a step farther. What are the two things that generally start fights in bars? Pussy and drinking.
And sports.
Right?
Yeah.
Prostitution, legal.
Oh,
I'm legalizing it, son. I'm legalizing it. And here's the reason why. I'm turning fucking Oahu into the Amsterdam of the Pacific. I'm bringing people from everywhere. They gonna be fucking slanging weed. They gonna be slanging pussy. Everybody gonna be getting laid, getting fucked up, having a great time. That's how they're gonna be living in Oahu. This place is going to make so much money. You ain't going to be able to build these goddamn light rails fast enough because there's going to be so much money. You're going to have to buy boats to hold your cash until you can spend it. It's going to come in so big.
I like your style.
That's my next one. That's my next plight, man.
The problem is there's too many people that are high that have these ideas and they don't act on it.
Right.
It's like, man.
What was the...
Barada.
We've said a lot of things on this show that if people just listened to it every week and just wrote down notes, we could be making people hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Oh, my God, hundreds.
Hundreds.
And speaking of things that people don't follow through on, it just hit me, and if you're watching the video, you've seen it hit me.
What did I do? What did I not do?
No, you didn't do it. It's what we've talked about months and months and months ago, and we have not brought it back up.
What are we doing?
Our Suicide Football League.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It just hit me just now. Mm-hmm. I know it's not on topic or anything, but it was like, follow through. Holy shit, we got to talk about it. Not that we had to talk about it on here, but it hit me.
Was this the one, our Suicide Football League?
You draft, and you cannot pick up free agents, nothing. It's if they're done, you just don't have anybody in that slot.
And you can't make any trades for the entire season.
No trades, no free agents, no pick, no nothing. You draft your team, and that's what you have.
And if you lose a game, you have to kill yourself.
No.
Suicide League.
No.
Too far.
Too far.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about. You draft your team, normal draft, normal procedures. Once it's done, your roster is locked for the entire fucking season.
Yeah. So we have to talk specifics about that.
Right.
Maybe not right now.
No.
But yeah. So like
maybe
do you have a bench?
Yeah, we'll talk specifics. Maybe we do that on the upcoming FIB show.
Yes.
That the people have been clamoring for.
People have been asking about it.
So for those that have been waiting for the next FIB show, it's in plan, it's in production. We just got to have something to talk about.
We have stuff to talk about, but we need input.
Right. We don't necessarily need the things to talk about. We need the answers of what those solutions were, so that way we can talk about those.
Yeah, we're not. The conversation can generate questions. It shouldn't just be all questions. Like, hey, we have to probably have some answers.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, we're just spinning our wheels and speaking out into the ether because, fucking...
I wish football was here.
But our biggest hot topic right now is, where is this fucking draft going to happen at?
Yeah, and Dale has put on the Ed and Tom Show Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook and you're listening for the first time, or a long-time listener and just have not known how to follow us on Facebook.
Or you're someone like me who doesn't even have a Facebook account, but maybe just stepped into that realm.
Yeah. The Ed and Tom Show page. Like us. Post your questions on there, whatever. I'll see them. But anyway, Dale Buchanan
Yep.
has posted on the Facebook page after I said, hey, we're in the G spot, bloop, 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 he says, you got to talk about where we're going to draft. And he has brought up the Marriott downtown. He may have an inn.
Okay.
For maybe discount or whatever, getting a conference room and stuff like that. And if that was the case, we would probably have run of the hotel, like
if we can,
room, pool, bar.
If we can sink something like that, man, I say that would be money.
And then we would go to the nines.
But my only question is, how much money would we be spending on that room and conference room and drinks at the bar and stuff that we could pool that money here and have an even bigger party?
All good things.
You know what I mean?
Things. Yes. So that is stuff that needs to be voted on.
Right.
And even if you're not going to be here for the draft, you still have to have a voice. I know you probably don't care, but just please, when the email comes out, please vote.
You've been having some people come to you about getting into this league.
A lot of people.
I also have had people ask me about this league. Now, something I haven't talked to you about. I normally do 2 leagues a year. I usually do RFIB and then something else somewhere else. Mm-hmm. What would you have objections, or would you be open to the idea of having a second league that has no other FIB members in it? So they're in our FIB league is
Suicide
still
league.
Our FIB league, but I'm saying, well, maybe that is. But then I don't want to offer that just to the FIB. I would like to see if we could find another group of people to play with. Now, they wouldn't be covered. They wouldn't be covered in the FIB show. It wouldn't be a money league. It would be just like a fun, free thing for us to be able to do.
Hey, I play the Ed and Tom show on fantasy.
Or maybe you have somebody who wants to play that, like a spouse that wants to get in but doesn't want the intimidation of it. That could want to learn. Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But there could be people like that, or other things. But other people that are wanting to get in, but they can't get because the FIB is locked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for us,
right,
and good for everybody involved that they are in and they are locked into this awesome league that we have put together. I think
as
it is
co-commissioners,
assistant to
as co-commissioners together.
Assistant to commissioner. If we did do something like that, I would be okay. But I probably wouldn't put my best foot forward.
That's what I'm saying. It would obviously be a secondary, because of all the peanut butter that we have tied up into the FIB, that it wouldn't get, but it would still be something that we could have fun with. We could talk and a little shit with some other listeners on either Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or all the other places.
And it's easy for me to pat myself on the back here for this league or pat us on the back for this league, but I have no reason to lie. Nothing. It is anybody who hears this show and what's this FIB, and I tell them instantly. I literally have more people than I have phalanges to count that want to be in our league.
That number is 11.
Or toes, fingers and toes. Yeah. So.
Well, I was giving you credit for having a penis.
21 then.
Oh yeah. 11.
Whatever. But yes, if we did have another league, it'd be something I'd be interested in. But yeah, I don't want it to take away from the FIB. Like,
right.
It wouldn't have the other FIB podcast.
Right.
It would not have a podcast. Unless something like amazing happened in it, we would bring it up or whatever. But
I think we could mention it on this show just
like
as
standings. Like, oh hey, Fuckstick is.
Who'd you
winning.
play this week?
Yeah.
Who'd you play this week?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
And then have the listeners that aren't in the FIB would have something to pay attention to.
Right.
So, it'd be good for it.
FIB updates could stay to the FIB
I got an
show.
idea.
What do you do?
You can be the commissioner of that one.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm willing to give that a definite maybe. Definitely maybe.
I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of a commitment.
So, E3's coming up in June.
This is a TNA in the G-spot question.
Oh, should I clunk the dunk and let's do the... Nope, that's not it. Let's do this one.
TNA in the G-spot.
TNA in the G-spot.
Hey.
Hey, there it is.
So Brett of those Nallen brothers has sent us a TNA question. He says, E3's coming up. Do you have any predictions?
Yes, I predict that it's going to happen in LA. So I think one of the biggest games, there's when I think about E3 this year, there's two big games that I'm really wanting to get to know a little bit more about. Battlefield 1, which is the new Battlefield game based on World War I. Comes out this year. We should see a lot of it to include gameplay at E3. So that's a big one. And another one that I'm excited for is a game that's actually been in production for almost a decade now that is finally going to release this next year, and that is Final Fantasy 15. I think it's 17.
Okay.
Whatever the newest Final Fantasy is, it's a big ass number. They have been making this game literally for 10 years. So they've had to go back to the drawing board so many times because the console has changed.
Yeah.
So what they've been able to do has gotten bigger. And this is supposed to be a huge open world game. Obviously, if you know anything about Final Fantasy, it has a huge following, bigger in Japan than it is here in the States. As a matter of fact, I think the first two Final Fantasies were never released in the U.S. They were
really?
Japan only. And then it started to pick up. Really, Final Fantasy VII was the big one that really blew it up. But that's going to be another one that's going to be cool. Plus, Bethesda is going to have an announcement of a new IP, an intellectual property that's going to be out. So that'll be interesting to see whatever that new franchise is, because those are people that go into everything and they're producing really quality things. And then also, Capcom is another company that is supposed to be set to have some good reveals. They have been flailing badly lately.
Wow.
Capcom used to be the name of everything.
Street Fighter.
But, Street Fighter came out, but they didn't launch it on the Xbox.
Nope.
There's been a Mighty Man number 9 has been a
Mega Man?
I'm sorry, Mega Man number 9 has been one that's supposed to be coming out, but they've had problems after problems. Then when it finally did, it wasn't that great.
Damn.
They could be announcing a new Resident Evil. There's talk of like a Resident Evil 7 that could be announced.
Was 6 any good?
6 was okay.
Because I know you and I played 5 start to finish co-op.
Which was...
It was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite Resident Evils.
I went back and played it single player.
If not my favorite.
I played it single player. Horrible. That second character didn't control right and did their own weird things. When you played it with 2 players, that game was fucking gold.
Yeah.
6 was the same way. Focused on the upgrades, not so much the horror zombie piece. Quiet down. Call it.
Fucking interrupting bitch.
She's, we don't give her enough credit. She's the third member of our cast. She's always here, and we never.
She's creepy as shit sometimes, though.
Why is she creepy?
She just all of a sudden, bloop, got a fucking nose in my dick.
There's a third member. She's got to be announced. She doesn't have opposable thumbs. It's not like she can tap you on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, Tom, I wanted to say hi." She's just a nice fucking dog. It's not like that worthless piece of shit you have, that lazy. You're a fucking lazy dog.
Lazy dog?
You have to admit, you have the pansiest fucking dog ever.
He's a fucking cold-blooded killer.
He's not a cold-blooded killer of what?
Birds.
He's a cold-blooded.
He snatches them out of the air. Can you snatch a fucking bird out of the air?
I'm not a goddamn dog.
Has your dog snatched a bird out of the fucking air?
That dog's a fucking murderer, Tom.
He hasn't fucking killed a goddamn thing.
Are you serious?
It fucking pisses on itself anytime it sees anything frustrating.
This goddamn thing is designed to murder, Tom. The reason you can't let her outside the fucking house is because she will murder people and animals. Your goddamn dog.
Fucking horseshit.
Your dog was bred to fucking play fetch, a fucking retriever,
and bring food to its family.
It's a fucking worthless goddamn retriever. Your dog can't even play catch. You can't play fetch with your fucking dog.
Because he knows it's not alive. I gotta kill it. If you throw something alive at him, he's gonna fucking kill it.
Your dog walks around licking the shit out of everything with his black ass tongue. It's a blonde dog with a black tongue. You know what that is? That's a sign of stupid.
He's a half chocolate lab.
You're
just racist.
Just in his tongue.
You're fucking racist.
This dog was trained to fucking kill baboons and lions.
Well, she needs to be trained again.
Why?
She can't. Have you seen her fucking hurt anything?
Have you ever seen a fucking baboon or a lion in my yard?
Wow.
I've seen a lot of birds in your yard, buddy.
Yeah, and a lot of dead ones.
Well, the last time I saw a fucking injured one, and you had to be
the
a
kids
dick.
saved it and prolonged its death.
I'm just saying she's a good dog.
She's a good dog, but my fucking dog is fucking 10 times better than that dog.
Fucking worthless dog. Anyways,
Fucking kidding me? Buster fucking rip your jugular off.
so the Resident Evil 7 is one that's supposed to be out there.
you.
And that's one. So that's another one that I'm looking forward to. Project CD Red, which are the folks that made Witcher 3. They have another game that they're also going to be announcing. So a lot of big things. What about you? Anything exciting?
I am excited about Microsoft should be announcing their upgraded Xbox, which is, I guess, codenamed Scorpio.
Right. Well, there's two. Did you know that there's two of them that are coming out?
Really?
Xboxes. So PlayStation.
But they're still Xbox One. They're just upgraded.
Correct.
With code names.
Correct. One of them, they're supposed to be, one's going to be more for size and one's more going to be for power. And what they're wanting is that it's going to actually be able to partner and run Oculus Rift.
I thought both of them were.
Well, I know that there's a difference. I'll look at it while you're bringing up the rest of your stuff. But yeah, there's two of them that they're coming out with and they're different.
So yeah, they said they're gonna announce the upgraded Xbox, or possibly going to do that. But also a recently leaked Dead Rising 4. Have you played any of the Dead Risings?
I didn't like them.
Dead Rising 3 was pretty fucking good.
I tried to like it and I couldn't.
There was a lot going on. For me, I can't pay a lot of attention to those games because there's so much shit going on.
Right.
And the way my brain is, I have to do it all. And I will never, ever end this game. So if there's a lot of shit going on, kind of like the Assassin's Creeds, it take me forever because, oh shit, there's a blip on the map. I gotta go
over there and do that.
But that's for Microsoft. But then there's also something about Nintendo that I was excited about.
Oh yes, what's this?
A new Zelda is gonna possibly be the hotness for Nintendo.
Are they announcing it at E3?
Nintendo says Zelda will be the main focus at E3.
Okay.
E3, but are there any other surprises? We don't know.
Yeah. So Microsoft they'll actually do their big announcement the day before E3. They do it before E3 starts off to kind of set their tone, and they usually have a pretty good thing, and then Sony does theirs, I think, the next day. So, yeah, E3, but that's the big one. I mean, this is where all the games and all the IPs come, and some of them end up being vaporware. You know, they show up and they have a great, strong showing here, but then they don't do shit.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. But yes, I'm having problems pulling up the Xbox stuff. I didn't mean to contradict you on that, but there is two different versions of the new Xbox that have been leaked to come out, and they're calling them like the Xbox 1.5 or 2.0. That's another one I've been seeing, but yeah, we'll see what they're called. But definitely an upgrade. They're also looking to upgrade a little bit farther than what PlayStation 4 is upgrading their new box to.
I hope so. I hope so. They get all that DLC before us and fuck them.
On a lot of the new stuff, yeah, it's really shifted. It used to be Xbox, and the last generation, all that DLC and a lot of that stuff came out Xbox, and now it's all shifted back, and they're kind of leading the world with it.
Yeah.
So I went to T-Mobile, and there is another T in it. There is another G-Spot question, isn't there?
Yes, there is, Brent.
Because I have an update on my phone that I was going to share with you.
So Brent Alexandria.
Okay.
Says, what makes for a proper embarrassment for Tom at Tom and Tom, my Twitter handle, losing his Faber bet? He's like, fan voting week 1, action week 2.
I don't get it.
Meaning like the fans vote on what I should do.
Oh, okay.
And then I act in week 2.
Okay, I got it. Okay, now I'm tracking.
That's it.
So what he is wanting then is the fans.
Is he traveling again?
He might be.
Is he in Indiana?
He could be.
Okay.
So we want the fans to come up with some kind of embarrassing thing that you have to do on the show as payment. Can I make a recommendation? I know he's asking for the fans to...
Yeah, so you should shut the fuck up.
But can I make a recommendation? This would be easy. You might thank me for
You
this.
already got me fucking waxing.
Why doesn't that be the thing?
Oh, thank you. There we go.
Why doesn't that be the thing?
Okay, if Brent approves, that's okay. Then okay.
All right. So we'll post that out there, see if Brent can approve that. You getting the top of your junk ripped off as payment for losing the bet to him. So I went, I dropped my phone. And I went to T-Mobile to get...
God, it pains me every time I see it.
And I went in and I was like, hey, I need to... Just give me the number. How big is it?
Yeah.
You know what this bitch told me?
A lot.
There ain't no number. She said, we have to break your phone in order to fix it. There ain't no number.
Oh, no.
You got to buy a new phone.
Oh,
I said, no way.
that's Tom.
I was like, no way. She's like, yeah. I was like, fuck me. So, yeah, it looks like I'm in this phone for the next probably 12 months. Before I'll be done for it. Now, I've heard rumors, and I've heard people tell me that they know a guy who knew a guy whose cousin did, that they were able to get like a Galaxy S6 Edge repaired at like a third-party place. And then this one guy told me that he's like, oh, this guy I worked with had the S7 Edge, and he broke his, and he got his replaced at a third-party thing. But here's the thing. This guy has recently PCS'd here, right? Mm-hmm. But recently... moving here is since this phone has come out. So him saying that he knew a guy that had one, that it got broken and he got it fixed at his last place is a complete fucking lie.
It sounds like bullshit.
I have met nobody who can specifically tell me, yes, this can be done and here's how much and this is where you do it. So I am now on the hunt to try to find where I can get it repaired.
Is that only because you don't have insurance?
Yes. Now, the insurance way... Now listen to this. I'm not saving a whole lot the insurance way.
Oh, really?
So it was $12.75 a month for their insurance. And then if you did break it, it was a $270 deductible.
What the
Yeah. On that particular model, I asked about all the other models. This particular one, she's like, yeah, that's something that they did not talk well about, is if it does break, you're fucked. So that's where I am.
Ooh.
So just wanted to give you an update on that.
Is it just the Edge? What if it was just a regular S7?
Fine. Too easy.
You could
get
replace it.
They can repair it. Yeah.
Shree has the S7, but Shree never really breaks stuff. So
yeah. I just needed a better case. It was my fault. So I will remember this lesson for the next year as I look at my cracked screen, and I need to go out and get a screen protector so it doesn't crack any worse. Because it's a full fucking shit show.
How's your Gear VR going?
Very blurry.
That sucks, dude.
Same with
Matter of fact, I watched The Do-Over with my VR.
Did you?
It was awesome.
That's such a fucking awesome way to watch movies.
Hell yeah, it is.
All right.
I think that's it for TNA.
I think that's it for the fucking show. Oh, you want the button?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting there.
TNA in the G-spot.
TNA in the G-spot.
Hitting the folks, bitches.
I have been known to hit a folk from time to time. So what do you think, Tom? Should we get out of here for this week and fucking put this bitch to bed?
Yeah. So if you're listening to us for the first time, you can download us at theedandtomshow.com or at Podbean, iTunes, The Ed and Tom Show. We are all things Ed and Tom Show. We're on IG. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on MySpace. No, we're not on MySpace.
Where you want to be.
Just fucking Google it, dude. We did it the other day. Google fucking the Ed, bam, everything right there.
It's us. You know how many times I run into people and they're like, what's the name of your show? The Ed and Tom Show. The Ed. How do you spell that? Ed, motherfucker, like a goddamn horse, and Tom, like Tom Selleck. Sexy mustache and motherfucker Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
Ed and Tom. The Ed and Tom Show.
It's not fucking hard.
It's not difficult. But we love all the listeners. We love all the feedback we've been getting, the interactions.
We love you.
This stuff has been great, man. So rewarding. We appreciate it, and we know that you're enjoying listening to it.
Oh, whoa. Pump the fucking brakes. We got to spin the fucking wheel.
Holy shit, we did not.
No, we did not spin the wheel.
We didn't cock. We didn't cock.
The Ed and Tom Show presents the Cinematic Circle of Criticism. That was spicy.
It sounds really loud in our ears, but I don't see the camera spiking.
Yeah.
So hopefully it comes out balanced, fair and balanced in the
I
end.
hope so.
So while you're spinning that, I'll talk about last week's movie, The Do-Over, Netflix original, one of 4 that Adam Sandler has been brought on board to make. He did this one with David Spade, and I will tell you, Tom, this was a great fucking movie.
It was awesome. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
If you liked Adam Sandler from back in the day, and I'm talking a little bit of the silliness, maybe Zohan, but definitely Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Big Daddy.
Yeah, I would say more Big Daddy-ish.
Yeah, I mean, not quite as goofy as those other two, but it had that same kind of whimsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so these 2 guys were buddies.
Oh, and you know what it just reminded me of?
I don't need to tell you the plot of the story. You fucking watched it.
Bulletproof, Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that'd be another good one. So, but classic Sandler, Spade was right back in the role that he plays so well as the sidekick.
That easy pushover guy. Yeah.
Just, I mean, he fits into that role, and it's nothing to get him. I mean, we loved him in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Not so much Joe Dirt 2, but we loved him in Joe Dirt.
Yes.
But every other time he plays that, like he did playing second fiddle to
Chris Farley
so many times. I mean, they've made it, and he did well with Adam Sandler being in that role.
Yes.
And from the onset of this movie, I found myself laughing. I found myself enjoying it. I found myself involved in it. Fucking great job.
Snake delivery.
It was fucking great. So, good movie, great choice. If you watched it,
good on you.
Good on you. If you didn't, you need to watch that one. It's a fucking good movie.
Netflix, The Do-Over. I spun the wheel, and we have Thriller. And I'm going to make a quick one of this one.
All right.
Because I think I have passed over this movie a bunch of times. And just trying to find a reason to watch it.
Okay.
And it's under thrillers. It's also under like sci-fi. It's also under like horror.
Is this anime?
No, not at all.
I took you for an anime guy.
You know me better. It is called Monsters.
Oh, I have seen that one. Isn't there a couple of them? Isn't there a couple of them?
Yes, but for me, I have one and not quite. I have 1 1/3 stars.
Really?
Maybe a quarter.
Let's see what I got here.
6 years after aliens invaded Earth, a photographer is documenting a war-torn region when he's interrupted by unexpected rescue mission, starring Scott McNairy and Whitney Abel, directed by Gareth Edwards.
Is Whitney hot?
I don't know. I don't see him. It just has like a hit the play button here, and it's got a dude in a. It looks like she might have some post-apocalyptic hotness.
I got 2 and a tip.
Just a tip?
Just a tip.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're bumping that up 5 stars.
2010 rated R, and it is 94 minutes long, so not very long.
Maybe it's I think it's not an American movie though, but I think it's English.
It is English. So.
It is English.
Okay.
But I think maybe this could be like another Australian.
Oh, like
or something.
Like the one we just watched 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, the house, the dude.
Oh, 3 weeks ago.
The
Yeah,
dude in the
yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, the house arrest or what the fuck?
Homebound.
Homebound. Yeah, housebound.
Yeah, housebound.
Yeah.
There you go. Because we really pay attention to the movies that we watch.
Dude, we just watched so many of them.
Anyways,
Now,
great fucking week.
Great week.
I think things went well. I think that we got our point across. Hopefully we got Chano a job.
Yes. Send us your TNA questions.
Send us your TNA.
Please.
Or Or if you know Chano, or think that you know Chano, or just lie about the fact that you know Chano, and you have an area that you think that he would excel in due to his vast knowledge of manual labor and his brown Mexican undertones,
his clap.
We would love to take your suggestions and see if we could put those together into a drop for him. See if we can get him a job the way that you know he needs that job.
And if you think there's some challenge out there that I should do, hit that up.
Yeah.
If not, I'm getting fucking waxed.
We gonna wax this dude's ass.
No, we're not.
God damn, I bet that sounds dope.
It does my truck.
You are listening to The Ed and Tom Show.
Spoiler alert! Ed, you may not know this about me, but sometimes I guess I can become an actor.
I can't wait till
showing up on the Google.
I can't wait till they hear this week's song.
We still gotta spin the fucking wheel.
man. Don't pester me right now.
This is why you're a fucking asshole.
Drugs, alcohol, and domestic violence.
Stress is bad. Goddamn cancer cans.
The Ed and Tom Show.
And we out.
Kim Kardashian's ass. So fine.
Shit's stupid.
Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind.
Here it is, a groove slightly transformed. Just a bit of a break from the norm. Just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance that has gotten to be a little bit out of control. It's cool to dance, but what about a groove that soothes and moves romance? Give me a soft, subtle mix, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. And think of the summers of the past, the just the bass and let the alpine blast. Pop in my CD, let me run a rhyme and put your car on cruise and lay back, cause this is summertime.
Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind.
School is out and it's sort of a buzz. But back then I didn't really know what it was. But now I see what half of this is the way that people respond to summer madness. The weather is hot and girls are dressing less and checking out the fellas to tell them who's best. Riding around in your Jeep and your Benzos, or in your Nissan sitting on the Renzos. Back in Philly, we be out in the park. A place called the Plateau is where everybody goes. Guys out hunting and girls doing likewise. Honking at the honey in front of you with the light eyes. She turn around to see what you're beeping at. It's like the summer's a natural aphrodisiac. And with this pen and pad, I compose this rhyme to hit you and to get you equipped for the summertime.
Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind.
It's late in the day and I ain't been on the court yet. Hustle to the mall to get me a short set. Yeah, I got on sneaks, but I need a new pair. Cause basketball court in the summer got girls there. The temperature's about 88. Hop in the water plug just for old time's sake. Break to your crib, change your clothes once more. Cause you're invited to a barbecue that's starting at 4. Sitting with your friends cause y'all reminisce about the days growing up and the first person you kissed. As I think back makes me wonder how the smell from a grill could spark up nostalgia. All the kids playing out front, little boys messing around with the girls playing double dutch. While the DJ spinning a tune as the old folks dance at your family reunion. Then 6 o'clock rolls around. You just finished wiping your car down. It's time to cruise, so you head to the summertime hangout. It looks like a car show. Everybody come looking real fine, fresh from the barbershop or fly from the beauty salon. Every moment from them waxing to chilling in a car they spend all day waxing, leaning to the side, but you can't speed through 2 miles an hour cause everybody sees you. There's an air of love and of happiness, and this is Ed and Tom's new definition of summer madness.
Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summer, summer, summertime. Time to sit back and unwind. Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind.
Oh my god, dude, that shit was so funny. Oh, dude. Oh, hold on, the mics are still hot.